people who say they are hearing voices and do dangerous things or contemplate terrible things are hearing from demons. Now, before you jump to any conclusions and say, I'm not properly taking into consideration mental health issues, just wait a minute until I have an opportunity to explain myself. Hear me out. As an exorcist, I've done thousands of deliverance and exorcism sessions on people who say that they hear voices telling them things. Now, many times what they hear is silly. Call your mom, okay? Sometimes it's nonsensical, like aliens are landing on the lawn in front of the White House. Other times it's dangerous, it's evil. It says, kill yourself, kill your lover, your husband, your friend, your children, or something. And sometimes it's psychotic. People hear things like, you're Jesus Christ, or you're the Antichrist. But what I'm talking about is when a person hears voices, and there is some legitimacy to the fact that a voice is being heard in their minds. So when somebody tells me that, the first thing I ask them is, have you seen a psychiatrist and are you under medical evaluation? And the second question is, are you on meds? And now I hope if they are hearing voices, they have consulted a mental health professional. And if they need meds, that they are on meds. And then I want to know, have the meds made the voices quieter? Sometimes people say yes, sometimes people say no. Well, if they have made them quieter, that can mean it's a mental health issue and not demons. But even sometimes then, the demons will masquerade through the medication and hide behind that. So the demons will exploit a mental health issue. And no matter what, prayer would help in a situation like that. Here's what brings this matter to my mind. Over this last weekend, something terrible happened. There was a mother in Arizona where we live who said she awakened at 4:30 in the morning with blood on her hands. Eventually, she found a cleaver, a meat cleaver, in her car. And her 2 children, ages 7 and 9, were dead, chopped to pieces. There were actually some amputations. This was a violent murder, and yet the mother says she doesn't remember committing the murder. Does that then explain it away as simply a mental health issue? I don't think so. It's too evil. You can't just say the mind did this. Could it be dissociative identity disorder? Well, that's possible. That would explain the amnesia. But even so, someone with DID, dissociative identity disorder, if they kill somebody, they're still going to have to be, to some extent, under the influence of a demon who is affecting the alter ego state. Our International School of Exorcism explains in detail this balance between understanding mental health and the demonic. And I want to caution anybody involved in deliverance, be very careful about interfering with the psychiatric or hospitalization treatment of an individual who says they are hearing voices and comes to you. And never tell somebody to get off their meds. If they need the meds, it could be the very thing that keeps them from going off a psychotic edge. But going back to this situation of these Arizona murders, I'm convinced there was a spiritual root to this. I don't know what it is because I don't know the facts of the case. No matter what the mental causation, I believe demons were involved. Unfortunately, I know some psychiatrists, medical doctors who will take into consideration both. But most doctors won't. They just want to write another prescription for some mind or mood-altering drug. And they don't consider the possibility of prayer. So I want to say to you, in light of what this mother did, I don't want you to be a headline or a statistics. If you are hearing voices, see a mental health professional immediately. Then consider an exorcism. You might save your own life by getting prayer in addition to medical help, or you might save the life of someone that you love.
Your financial support and prayers make it possible for us to bring hope for the hurting and freedom to those in spiritual bondage. For the latest information regarding ministry outreaches, go to boblarson.org or call 303-980-1511.